guys, Coach will open with a statement. Raise your hand, we'll get you a mic.
How's everybody? Good. Well, the real focus these last 3 practices since I last talked to you was really on improvement. I think the players watched the film on Sunday and really saw some areas that we could improve in. I don't think we played with the kind of effort. I don't think we finished plays the way we should. We did some really good things in the scrimmage, but some of these things were sort of attitude things that are developed because you develop the right habits in practice. And, when it comes to effort and attitude, these are not God-given gifts. That talent is a God-given gift. And, we've had lots of teams here that have talent, but those who sort of adopt the kind of character, competitive character and attitude and habits and commit to the standard and the way we do things here have been the ones that have succeeded. And those that have not done that have not always fared so well. And I think from an individual standpoint, I think when the team has success, everybody gets more accolades, everybody gets more attention, everybody gets more opportunities. And I think when guys focus on what they need to do, play in and play out, they have a better chance to do that as well. So that's what we've tried to focus on this week, and I think the players have responded to it, very well. And I think we've made, some improvement. We continue to do the things that we want to do to develop our team. We work on a different opponent for a little while each day in practice, and we really focusing on fundamentals and techniques and trying to develop some confidence, especially in some of our younger players, to see if they can contribute, to the team and make a contribution to the team. So, that's going to be the focus for the next 3 practices, so we get these guys hopefully ready to make a final evaluation in the scrimmage as to who can help us and who we need to invest our time in to try to improve, and what role they're going to have on special teams. And all these things are kind of in the balance, taking what they do in practice relative to what they do in the scrimmage and see what happens. So I am really happy to announce that we gave Jamey Mosley awarded. We didn't give it to him, he earned it. And I'd like to say that he earned it on his own. He's worked very hard and probably can make a contribution to our team this year. Jamey Mosley was awarded a scholarship. We have a lot of good walk-ons here. It really has improved, the quality of our practice, as well as we've had some guys like Michael Neismonger and guys like that who have, contributed on the field in a pretty significant way. Parker Barano. We want to reward positive performance, when it comes to these guys and the hard work that they do, and so we're happy to announce that. Kendall Sheffield has not been here for the last couple days. I don't really know what his status is, so there's no need to ask me. We're happy to have him back. He's a fine young man. He's worked hard. He's made a lot of improvement here. We enjoy having him be a part of the team if that's what he chooses, and we will continue to work with him in a positive way to help him develop personally, academically, and athletically. Any questions?
Start here with Mark, right.
Yeah, you talked about improvement with the quarterbacks. What were some of the areas that you pointed to with that group in terms of improvement coming off the scrimmage?
Well, I think consistency is what's going to be the key to the drill for those guys. I think each one of those quarterbacks are capable of being really good players. I really do believe that. Some have a little more experience than others, but so it's going to come down to consistency and performance, taking care of the football, taking what the defense gives, consistent decision-making, showing good judgment, leadership. How does the team perform when you're in the game, and how do you affect that with your command and leadership? So all these things, I think, are really, really important. It was a tough day to throw it Saturday because we got that sort of torrential rain, but the guys actually played better as the scrimmage went on, and it'll be really, really interesting to see, how they respond this week. Sometimes guys put pressure on themselves. That anxiety, creates not a good situation for them. When people get outcome oriented, I think there was an article in the New York Times a few days ago When people get outcome-oriented and goal-oriented based on outcomes, it creates a tremendous amount of anxiety, and it doesn't help performance. And we certainly don't want this with these guys. If they would just focus on every play, what their job is, what they're supposed to do, try to get the best execution on that play, learn from the good and bad of that play and move on to the next play, I think that's going to give them the best opportunity to play their best, and it'll give us the best opportunity to have success offensively.
Far side with Ken up front.
Just wondered if you'd talk about your depth at cornerback. Like you said the other day, past Minka and past Marlon, of course. What do you see?
Well, Anthony Averett has really played really well and is a really good third corner and would be a solid guy to play, you know, if we need him to in nickel. I think after that, you know, we've got the young players that we have to develop. And, you know, Kendall Sheffield was certainly a guy that was in that mix. But it is what it is, and we're going to work hard to do the best we can with the players that we have and try to develop those players. But, you know, Tony Brown, suspension pending, is also, you know, a very capable guy, but he won't be there for several games. So, you know, we'll just do the best we can with the players that we have. We recruited some freshmen, 3 freshmen, and we're working hard with them right now.
In the middle with Alex.
Just want to ask about some of the shifting we've seen. Trayvon Diggs working with the secondary recently, and I guess Keaton Anderson also moved over from linebacker. Can you just talk about the decision to make some of those moves?
Well, we're just basically trying, guys. I think, you know, we have a lack of depth in the secondary right now, so we're trying to play Trayvon Diggs at 2 spots. He's playing receiver, and we're trying to get him to learn one position in the secondary. You know, Keaton is really a great competitor, very smart. You know, his size has been a little bit difficult for him at linebacker. So we feel like we want to see if he could play safety and maybe be a money, which is our 6th defensive back, which by him being a safety, he would learn defensive back skills, so that would allow us to see if he could play that position. So we're trying it. It's an experiment, and it's an experiment based on, you know, a need at the position and something that might be beneficial to him in the future. He's going to be a really good special teams player for us this year, so we want to try to find a role for him.
In the back with Sheldon. 2 more. Sheldon and then Mark.
Coach, I know you hand out scholarships every February, but when you hand out one to a player that has walked on, given that type of effort, what is that like for you to see something like that be attained?
Well, it makes me feel great. I think it makes the team feel great. I think obviously it's a great reward for the player, but I'm telling you, in this case, you know, Jamey earned this on his own. He's worked really hard. He gives great effort in practice, and you know, when I announced it last night to the team, there was a roar that went up. So it's heartfelt for me, but also it was sort of amazing to see how happy the players were for him. But that's what a team's all about, you know. And you know, I'm really happy for him, and you know, hopefully we'll have some other guys that may surface in that regard as well.
Last one here with Mark.
Yeah, I know you said you can't comment on Sheffield's status or whatever, but is there a cutoff date where he needs to be back with the team or anything like that?
No, we look, we want what's best for the people on our team, all right? And if, you know, there's something that we can do to help resolve this from their family standpoint, we're certainly available to do that. And there's no pressure from our standpoint. School starts tomorrow. It's really important that our players, you know, develop the right habits, have success in school. That's what they're here for, and hopefully he'll make a decision so he doesn't get behind from that standpoint.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.